daughter was still living at home, the only thing she wanted to do with her daddy during spring break was to go fishing. Now you got to understand that although I used to love to fish, at that moment I could not have even told you the last time I had been. It was not something that I did very much. So I started trying to make a list of all the things we would need. We would need fishing rods. Of course, I only had one, so I would need to borrow one. We needed bait. Now, I had a small tackle box, but where in the world would I find it? Some place to fish. How many knows that if you don't fish a lot, you don't always know where to go? And who needs to pay for a license when you don't even go fishing? And don't forget about the beanie weenies and the sausages and the saltine crackers. Hey, now, that's one of the most important parts. Last thing I did was check the weather report. Guess what? Both days I had off called for rain and cool weather. Now, there may be some people out there that like to fish in the rain and cold, but not this old boy. Not on purpose anyway. So after talking it over with my daughter, we decided to do some other things instead. But now here's my point. Although fishing is something that I really used to like to do, I wasn't always prepared to go when the opportunity arose. I did have a rod, but not enough for two people to fish. I did have some sporadic tackle, but it was not really sufficient enough to catch anything. I could have gone fishing with what we had, but what was the point if we weren't going to be capable of catching anything? How many people do you know that say they really like the Lord, but really aren't prepared should the call be made to meet Him? I mean, they have some good qualities. They may even have some really unique talents, but just not enough to be successful in making it to Him. And what's the point of claiming Christ if you aren't going to live enough like Him in order to catch anybody else's attention? Twice, Jesus called some men and told them that He would make them fishers of men if they would follow Him. In other words, being a follower of Jesus entails more than just claiming Him. It means doing what you can to attract others to Him and catching them for His glory. Now, some would say, well, that was for those fishing disciples. That's not for us. The interesting thing is that the word fisher in the Greek comes from the Greek word that literally means salt. Jesus said to all of us that we are to be the salt of the earth. In other words, we can't wait to get ready or to get prepared. We're supposed to already be ready. And this talk of fishing has me out in the hunt for fishing rods and bait and tackle and places to fish, the whole 9 yards, so that when I can sneak off to fish, I have all the things that I need. You know what you need to do? You need to make sure your preparations are enough to get you where you need to go. Should the Lord come today or tomorrow, the question is, are you prepared? Are you ready? If not, you will not have time when the trumpet sounds. You better do it while you can. And listen, time is running out. Know what you need to do? You need to make sure that your preparations are enough to get you in when it's your time to go. And should the Lord come today or tomorrow, the question is, are you prepared and are you ready? This is Curtis Terry saying, if not, you won't have time when the trumpet sounds. You better do it while you can, because time is running out. Listen, it's just a thought.